So the next one is from LAN-RI. Now I get it. I couldn't figure out how to pronounce your name, so I appreciate you spelling it out phonetically, because Hooked on Phonics works for me. so thank you for that. So LAN-RI says, hey, Bradley, I noticed you had problems pronouncing my name. It's pronounced LAN-RI, as in Rio. So I've got it this time now. My question is this. I bought my keyword research from you guys. I built my site. I added 3 categories with content and 5 supporting articles per category. I now need to order my SEO location shield to establish my brand. Okay. Not sure that you want to order a location shield. Maybe you do. I don't have the full context of your project, but let's just assume that the SEO location shield is what you want to order. Does it make any difference if I already added the supporting documents prior to getting the SEO location shield? I don't quite understand the question. Does it matter that you've started to build out your site with categories and adding depth to the silos? No, it doesn't matter at all. Because, and again, I don't know that the location, I don't have the full context. I don't know what you're doing, but just from this little bit of detail that I have, I don't know that the location shield is really what you want. An SEO power shield should be for the brand. And then typically for top level silos, you want to do the expansion stack, right? The RYS drive expansion or drive stack expansion, excuse me. Not necessarily location shield. So if you go take a look at the SEO shield and you take a look at the 3 different versions, what is it? Starter shield, location shield, power shield, right? Power shield is going to be for the brand. That's what we recommend. But then RYS expansions, which is a separate product in the store, it's not on the SEO shield page. It's the RYS drive stack expansion. Go in there. That's what I would recommend, that you buy an expansion for each top level silo. Does that make sense? Does anybody want to comment on this, Marco? Do you?
Yeah, I mean, don't look at it like that, LAN-RI. Don't look at it like that. You're done with the website. You can continue working with the website.
Yeah.
You can have dummy content on the website. You shouldn't, but you at least need that RSS feed. So yeah, you do need some supporting articles or posts. You have that already. Go and order an SEO shield, not a location shield, because you don't want to pigeonhole yourself into a geographic location. All right. Not if you're branding. Not if you're branding. You can take care of the locations through location-driven pages on the inner part of the G site. In the beginning, you're just trying to create. I'm not gonna say keyword. Yeah, but it is. It's brand plus keyword relationships. How your brand relates to the keywords in whatever niche it is that you're in, especially the top level keywords. We add it, we intersperse it, we go through all of the documents, everything gets filled with keywords, especially if you order our deep keyword research gig, which this is perfect for. It's perfect for giving you all of the relevance necessary to really carry out the proper content structure of your website. We give you suggestions. You know your project better than we could ever hope to know it. And so you have to follow what you know with what our suggestions are. Once you have all that, and once you get the SEO shield delivered back, especially the G site, because the following that is the ad ID, and ordering an expansion won't interfere with the ad ID. So what you see is, okay, now I have a top level category. So I'm going after gold. Now I want to do gold bars. Well, gold bars goes on the inside. So, or let's say you're saying you're in a city already and you want the adjoining city. So gold bars adjoining city. However it is that you choose to pursue that, well, we build that for you. We can build you an inner page so that you don't have to, and an inner stack so you're expanding the power of your original branded stack and G site. And the whole point of this is to keep expanding. So you're adding depth and breadth to that G site and drive stack the same way that you're doing it on your website as you find categories and as you use supporting posts to boost that top level category that you're trying to rank. Eventually, you should be pushing so much power, and I see this time and again, that even an empty folder being added. This is when true power, when you're pushing true power and you're building up that page rank and ranking score, an empty folder will rank for the keyword that you're assigning it. And it's incredible when this thing happens. Or you'll pop in like a new location and a brand new GMB, and you see all kinds of action in the GMB, and you're wondering why. Well, it's because you iframed it on that G site, or you iframed it on your website, or it's part of a really deep and wide drive stack and G site. And that's when the power really comes into play. That's why I tell people it's hard work. You cannot expect to rank with one page for gold. It's not going to happen. You can't ever hope to outrank Amazon with one page and a couple of supporting posts. It's not going to happen. That's a $1 trillion company that you're going after. You can't do it for $1.50. All right. So all of this power and all of these things need to continue taking place. You need to do your press releases. You need to do the link building. You need to do the embeds plus link building. And you need to continue broadening your profile throughout the web, making that footprint bigger, wider, relating more profiles one to the other. This is what the big boys do. You see Apple everywhere. You see Amazon everywhere. So that's what you have to do. And one of the ways that we do it is exactly the way I just described. Now that takes a lot of work. The way that I like to put this is it like people see it and it's really simple. I ordered the SEO shield and then I just produce content and magic happens. No, it doesn't. This has been, well, I've been online 18 years. This is 18 years in the making. Bradley has about a decade in. I know Hernana's around there. Chris has so many years in. Adam, I think, well, I know I've known him for 6-7 years. So he has at least that long online. So you're getting decades worth of thinking, of strategizing, of putting everything together into what you see as the SEO shield. But that's what it's for. And that's what you should order. Not the location shield, but the branded, right? The SEO power shield.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I just pulled up the pages on the store just to demonstrate what Marco was talking about. The SEO Power Shield is what we recommend for the brand, for the main brand, right? And then from that, because it gives you the syndication network, the drive stack with the G site, and then the ID page. So that's for the main entity, right? The brand itself. And then from there, if you from the store, go click into the Google RYS expansion stacks. And these are the expansion stacks. So each top level silo, right? So each silo on the site, so top level category, top level keyword, you should have an RYS expansion stack. If you're doing a local business and you have location-based silos, however you do that, I do it using the tag structure inside of WordPress. Then I also order a separate expansion stack for each location, if that makes sense. But I don't want to confuse you. Like I said, if you're doing it on just topical stuff, then you'd want a separate expansion stack for each one of your top level silos. You don't need additional ID pages and then additional G sites, which is what happens when you order Location Shield. So, and in fact, we would recommend against that. Okay. So hopefully that clarifies that. All right, moving on. Does it make a difference if I already had? No, it doesn't. You can, just as long as you have, all that you need is you need the web, the URLs when that you're going to push, use as your main target URL for your drive stack. And then for each one of your expansion stacks, you're going to have a field that you have to submit your main target URL. It's going to be one primary target URL per expansion. As long as those URLs are available, like on your site, that's fine. It doesn't matter whether there's content there or anything to begin with. You can order it with just the URL. The only thing that has to have content is the RSS feed for the SEO Power Shield order, because the syndication network, if it's an RSS-driven syndication network as opposed to YouTube, then it needs the RSS feed has to have, so the RSS feed URL has to contain at least one item. It can be the Hello World post for that matter. It doesn't matter. As long as it has one item in the RSS feed, then they can set up the applets inside IFTTT. But that's it. The rest of the site doesn't need a lick of content on it. If it just have the URLs available, and that's it.
And for anybody watching this at this point, watching the replay, enlarge the video so you can get the information about donating to the charity and accessing the webinar.